Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Make sure you guys are subscribed and join every live show. We have already done 3 boots on today's show, and that's why you should watch this show. So hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. That way you don't miss a thing. Let's go to the first question coming in here. It's from Pat Valdez. Mitch, should the Wilson trade affect the Carr extension knowing he's the worst quarterback in the division? Do I think it impacts it? If I was DC, I would say yes, because I would try to take less money to then go and help my team be able to create more stability, offense and defense. Though also Aaron Rodgers getting $50 million a year. If I'm Derek Carr's agent, I'm like, if he's getting $50 million, why is DC not going to get 30? So, Pat, it's a really good question. Let's go to the next one. Coming in here on the Raiders Report from David Zahn. Says, Mercedes MVP, boots all around. I said if we get to 900 in supers, we'll do some boots. We're going to be doing a boot after this mailbag if you're watching this live, so go ahead and stay tuned. Let's go to Patrick B. Do we look at free agent linebackers or draft a linebacker? Love the content, Mitch. Raider Nation from Vermont. Well, much love to you. I think you can do both, right? I think the way that you end up doing this is you take a linebacker at a cheaper deal like a Juwan Bentley from New England. Maybe you can bring back KJ right on a halfway decent deal. I'd actually also be very open to Donta Hightower at a cheaper deal as well. Bring him in kind of as like, I hate using this name all the time, but Vontaze Burfict. Vontaze Burfict knew the Paul Gunther system, and he was a really good fit in that. Hightower knows the system, and I think everything that what the Patriots are going to try to do. Yes, I get it. Patrick Graham's didn't work with New England, but he knows a lot of the connections there. I'm looking for a cheaper deal, and then if you can go out and get somebody like a Nakobe Dean, somebody to keep in mind. Let's go to Kelsey Willis. Mitch, would you want the Raiders to sign Christian Kirk? I actually would have Christian Kirk as the third best option in terms of wide receiver to go out and get in free agency, and that's based on bang for buck. If it was up to me and you told me, okay, would be your top 3 receivers that you would target in free agency based on talent and based on overall how much it would cost, it'd be A-Rob, DJ Chark, and Christian Kirk. So, Kelsey, my answer to that is yes. But this show has been built on the nation. It's built on the silver and black. It's built on Lorenzia Nortania, David Zahn, Mercedes Renz, Patrick B., and all y'all crazy mother effers watching right now. So type that Y for yes. Type that N for no. Do you want the Raiders to go out and sign Christian Kirk? If it comes down to Kirk, I would not be upset about it whatsoever. Let's go to Blue Tiger. Analysts have said Seahawks might let go of Bobby Wagner. Do you see the Raiders possibly picking him up to reunite with KJ? So again, KJ's also a free agent. Bobby Wagner was scheduled to make, I believe, $20 million against the cap. So if I was Seattle, I just traded away Russell Wilson. Yes, Bobby Wagner is absolutely a cut candidate. And as much as I love Wagner, if I was Bobby and I was his agent, I would be looking for $10+ million. Not that I don't think Bobby's probably worth that, but with all the holes that the Raiders have, $10 million is a lot of money to pay a linebacker when you have the needs that the Raiders do. Let's go to JRaider84. What up, brother? Love the mask. Yo, Mitch, what do you think about trading Carr to Seattle for those draft picks and run with Mariota and trade for Adams and sign Chark and draft quarterback next year? So, the only reason why I don't want to just stick with Mariota is because Mariota is just not a good quarterback that I would start for an entire season. If you want to bring him in spurts, sure, okay, I'm all for it. But trading Carr to Seattle for those picks, Seattle's not going to do that. And I would rather keep Derek Carr than trading him away for just 2 first-round picks. Because in this division now, you got to be able to figure out what you're going to do from top to bottom. I get what you're saying, but I just don't think that's what Seattle would want to do. Let's go to Anthony. J.C. Jackson, Robinson, Olave, I'll be happy, make it happen. If you told me at the end of all of this you had J.C. Jackson, Allen Robinson, you took Olave in the first round, I would say then you better have a good plan at right tackle. I don't know who the right tackle would end up being. Maybe Alex Leatherwood can get his shit together. You throw him back over there. Maybe a guy like Abraham Lucas, who I like a lot out of Washington State, who had himself a good combine. It's just, you have to protect Derek Carr. I know we talk about Robinson. I know we talk about these playmakers. But if DC's on his back every single week and he gets those happy feet, it's not going to matter who's out there. You need a right tackle. You need another guard. Let's go to Felipe Mendez. Rodgers got $50 million. Let's say Carr gets $35 million. What's the better value? This might close your ears if you're a Carr stan. I would rather have Aaron Rodgers at $50 million than Derek Carr at $35 million. To me, Rodgers is just that much better than DC, and it's not a knock on DC. It's the fact that Rodgers has won back-to-back NFL MVPs. Now, also I can throw this out there. What do they have to show for it? Not much. And I hate the thing that people are like I saw some guy on Twitter that I can't think of his name. He works at The Athletic. He was like, well, Kirk Cousins makes $33 million. Great. Just because Kirk Cousins makes $33 million and because Jared Goff's making $33 million, why does Derek Carr have to make $33? I get the idea of paying him what he deserves, but I think we also need to learn from history. If a quarterback at 33 isn't a top 10 quarterback, why would I pay him that? I'm not going to go ahead and do it. But DC at 35 is not bad value, but I'd rather have Rodgers at 50. Now, again, y'all, if you want to hit me up on extra shows, get to know me a little bit better, Raiders Report is now on Locals, so please go ahead and join us. You're going to be hearing about Locals a lot because I'm really, really proud of this opportunity. It finally gives me the chance to talk Raiders 365 days out of the year, and only Raiders here at Chat Sports. If you want to know my opinion on whether or not the Raiders should sign Amari Cooper, I posted this video only on Locals, and if you're a supporter, you'll be able to see it. If you want to see my NFL Combine, it's ugly, but hey, I went ahead and did it, though. Producer Jeremy, you're also going to be able to see his 40 time, and it's really, really surprising. Go to RaidersReport.locals.com, and on top of all of the exclusive content, what makes Locals a little bit different, I know I make you guys YouTube videos, and we try to keep it informative, and not that Locals won't be informative, but we're going to have a lot more fun over there in terms of getting to know me and doing more challenges like March Madness, for example. I have a March Madness tournament going on. So if you guys want to go ahead and join that, please do so. RaidersReport.locals.com. If you become a supporter, monthly, annual, you will have a chance to enter, and we're going to be giving a winner signed memorabilia, whether it's Bo Jackson, Tim Brown. We got a few different things coming in from my cousin Andrew over from the Valley Bros on Facebook. Let's go to Kill a Cruisin'. Get Adams, Kirk, J.C. Jackson, K.J. Wright. So re-sign Wright, get J.C. The issue is, though, the Green Bay Packers, they franchise tagged Adams, so you're going to have to give up draft picks. As much as I love Adams, the Raiders aren't in a position to give up draft picks, first-round draft picks, and if I was the Packers, I'd want 2 first-rounders to get Adams in. Like, I love Adams, but it's just there's other good players. Let's go to LC Raider. I think Juju might be a great signing for cheap. I don't see Juju taking a cheap deal. Like, I thought him taking an $8 million deal last year was him taking a cheap deal. If you're telling me I got $10 million, $11 million to spend, Juju, Kirk, or DJ Chark, I'm actually going to take Chark, and I'm going to take Kirk because of the fit with this Raiders team and with the system that they're going to run. Let's go to David Zahn, my MVP. Back up to Carr. I can hold a clipboard with the best of them. I mean, honestly, you could pay me. I would take the league minimum to be a backup quarterback to Derek Carr. This is going to be a really weird thing. I've been thinking about posting it on my Locals channel. I had the most bizarre dream, and Derek Carr was involved. You guys, it was a weird dream. That's all I got to say. Let's go to Garen Edwards. Thoughts on the Raiders drafting Troy Anderson, linebacker from Montana State, in the later rounds? When you say later rounds, I could see him going in round 4. I also see some people making fun of me in my dream. Derek was a pastor in my dream with my aunt, so we'll talk about that. In terms of Troy Anderson, he played quarterback, running back, and linebacker at Montana State, and I've actually talked about him a few times on this show and other Chat Sports content that I've done. Super versatile player, had 154 tackles last year, really good athlete, hard-working dude, and if you could bring him in, he would be one of those guys that you're going to see as like a versatile player that's going to work his hardest, first guy in, last guy to leave, which I know is what McDaniels and every NFL coach is looking for. Let's go to Brett. Marcus Williams cut. Linebacker for Abrams. So Marcus Williams, the safety of New Orleans, I'm pretty sure he's a free agent. So either Marcus Williams cut him. So sign Marcus Williams, cut linebacker, or either cut or make Abrams a linebacker. All right, I got it. I would actually just rather you make Abrams a linebacker, let him play out his final year of his deal. Let him get like 200 snaps in, and then you move on from him. I like Marcus Williams a lot. Top safety in free agency right now. But again, it's not that I don't want Marcus Williams. It's I'm going to allocate my money in different areas, and for that reason, I'm going to say no to Marcus Williams. Let's go to David Zahn. All right, folks, finish the next one. Boop, boop, boop. David Zahn, always ready to party. And La Resenia? Wait, how do I say it? La Resilia's Real Isa Norteña. I'm not good with words. Let's go. Almost there. Laugh out loud. Go Raiders. So if you're watching this live, Jeremy Chuggs is going to do a boot. And I might even be able to convince the new guy to do a boot too. Let's go to Patrick B. Will Malcolm Kuntz be able to play this year? Seemed to make a lot of plays on tape. Yeah, he's going to be playing a lot more this season, especially if the Raiders move on from Carl Nassib. So Carl Nassib is definitely going to be a guy to keep in mind in terms of, cutting after June 1st. You can only cut 2 players after June 1st, and I believe that it's going to be Corey Littleton, and I believe it's going to be Carl Nassib. The guy that gets cut before June 1st more than likely is going to be Nick Kwiatkowski. So if that happens, you lose those 3 guys, you're going to get more reps in there for Malcolm Kuntz. Speaking of Malcolm, let's go to Malcolm V. Should the Raiders give Jacobs his 5th-year option? You know, I saw some people talking about Jacobs' 5th-year option. It's not that I don't like Jacobs. I think he's a hell of a back, but I've always been the guy, don't pay running backs more than you have to because it's the easiest position to be able to replace. So Jacobs, hell of a back, but if you go ahead and you pay him on his 5th-year option, that's $8 million. I just don't think I'm going to exercise that 5th year because you have Jacobs now, you have Kenyon Drake, pound him into the ground, and then you go out and try to find another running back to fit in McDaniel's system. And the Patriots have always shown they don't like to pay running backs a lot of money. They just simply don't do it. So what do y'all think here? Shout out to Sam for making this. Should the Raiders give Jacobs his 5th-year option? I want you to go ahead and type 1 for yes, or I want you to go ahead and type 0 for no. So should the Raiders give Jacobs his 5th-year option? 1 for yes, 0 for no. I love Jacobs, but I'm going to go ahead and type my 0 for no. Let's go to David Zahn. I don't know. 1,000 is kind of a milestone. Kind of think another boot sounds good. Hey, all right, so how about this? So, Tyler, it's your first day. If we get to 1,000 in supers, would you do a boot? So, Tyler's going to do a boot if we get to 1,000. You guys heard it here. So, we're pretty close. I don't think he realizes how close we are. Let's go to Snoodle Plays. What do you think about Devin Lloyd? I feel like he's can't miss. I agree. He's the top linebacking prospect out there. He didn't have as good of a combine as what I thought he was going to have, but as much as I love Devin Lloyd, he ain't falling to 22. He's just not going to fall to 22. I'm sorry. Let's go to another question coming in here from Mr. Forever 420. What about linebacker Harold Landry from the Titans? So Landry is a linebacker, but he's more of an edge rusher, right? And the fact that he's going to be out there, he's available, love him. Hell of a player. I just see other major needs for this team. But if you're going to tell me right now I can have Harold Landry, Max Crosby, and Ikakwe, it's a tough defense to go ahead and try to stop. LC Raider, this is mostly a joke, but let's give DC $40 million a year, but he has to pay back $250K each time he fumbles. You know, I'm actually a big fan of incentive-heavy deals, and if I was an NFL, I understand players probably wouldn't do it, but I think the NFL really needs to go back to saying, all right, a player is going to get X money, and if they perform at this level, they should then go ahead and get paid as such. Because when you see the amount of players now that pack it in and don't try, like Trent Brown's a perfect example of that, right? Get paid $76,000 per snap. He got his money, he got fat, and he didn't care. So I like your joke, but I'm actually not too crazy about it. They get paid a shit ton of money. Let's go to David. What's the number? The number to make the new guy do a boot, we are $16 away. However, Jeremy does a boot first, and then Tyler does a boot. So, well, we're there. So, let's go to J&M. What do you think about drafting a quarterback in the 2nd round to groom and letting DC walk next year? It's not a matter of, I don't mind the idea of the Raiders drafting a quarterback. Like, if you can tell me right now we'd be able to get somebody like a Matt Corral, Malik Willis, let them learn behind DC, I'm okay with it. It's just also I don't see that's the route that the Raiders want to go. If you're going to build around DC, build around DC. Don't half-ass it. Don't do what the Green Bay Packers did. They took a quarterback like Jordan Love, and now they wasted a first-round pick. That's not what I want. Let's go to David Zahn. Are we close now? Yes. David, we have crossed 1,000 supers, which means the new guy, today's, your second day. Second day for Tyler. He's going to come on. He'll do a boot, and we'll do it after the mailbag. So if you haven't subscribed yet, this is why you subscribe to the Raiders, where we have a good time. We break it all down for you. And at the end of the day, if we can do the news, rumors, content, ideas, have fun in the offseason. I know we have a lot of fun in the regular season. And with this season, with Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Derek Carr, and all in one division, We're going to be having a lot of fun. So please hit that subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. I don't want you to miss a thing.